Hello, friends. It's here. A new era has begun. I'm so excited. Frickin' MSQ is my favorite thing. And I've been chomping at the bit since it was dropped yesterday to get to do this. So let's frickin' do it, baby. Let's do it to it. Let's talk to Graha first. Warm fare-thee-wells can ease the sting of partings, as we come to terms with an absence not soon forgotten. To tell those we hold dear what they've meant to us, and to wish them the best, we should seize that chance whensoever we can. Okay, ominous. Alright, Kryle, what's this wistful glint you got for? I trust you were able to get plenty of rest. Good. I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps, and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. I must admit my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Treno. It was heartening to see the Malala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in that levin-racked landscape. Sphene was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt that Alexandria will provide much-needed support for their neighbor. I too shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I'd say we've accomplished all within our power. What? The time being? Where's the time being? Can only you see the time being? I suppose that just leaves the matter of preservation's research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his dark primal, and there are likewise much that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bear more fruit. Speaking of... Can you hear me? Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files, and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you care to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Shale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come and find us in the Dawntrail lab when you're ready. Uncanny timing indeed. Let us make for the containment complex. Let's go! Let's go! Show me new shit. I'm going. Going is happening. Oh, if only I could ride a mount. I can't wait. I can't wait. Hello, lift attendant. I'm heading for the containment complex. Does this have anything different? Courtesy of Shale's decryption efforts, the previously inaccessible research objective section is now available for perusal. Hell yeah! The primary research objective of Containment Complex 1029 is the indefinite preservation of the Endless. Continued improvements to soul cell and regulator functionality are intended to facilitate the Endless Sphene's management of living memory. It is via this process of iteration that we endeavor to identify and resolve any and all issues inherent in Endless creation. Chief among known issues is our present inability to control the key, for if we fail to secure the reflections as additional sources of ether, our ultimate goal will remain forever out of reach. Okay. Interesting that they also refer to them as reflections. Did they see themselves as the source? I'm gonna take a quick look and see if there's anything else that's been... Director's data tablets. Newly accessible section titled Memory Duplication catches your eye. It It is well known that the Alexandrian royal family promulgated a number of fundamental principles governing endless research. Oh no, this isn't Calyx. This is the guy who has weird pictures of Calyx in his locker. Among these was the strict prohibition on memory duplication. However, in the wake of the Storm Surge, the provisional government sought to revise this prohibition and make one key exception: Queen Sphene. The decision was ultimately made to equip her endless counterpart with a Tiara variant regulator, thereby enabling the routine backup of her memories. Intriguingly, it was Master Calyx who objected most strenuously to this proposal. It was his assertion that one's corporeal form, whether flesh and blood or endless construct, is nothing more than a vessel, and that as a vessel, it is to be modified and experimented upon should circumstances require it. Memory, however, was sacrosanct and inviolable, the very essence of life and personhood. When Master Calyx eventually acquiesced to the provisional government's request, a number of this facility's personnel duplicated their memories to verify the efficacy of the technology. Yet Master Calyx refused to even entertain the notion. To this day, he has avoided creating even a single backup of his own memories, a resolution which I myself have chosen to emulate because I'm weirdly obsessed with it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check these before we continue, just because this is new shit. It's new shit. You know, I gotta watch it. Read it. Whatever the word is. Okay. Okay, that's the same. Because that's just that one guy's journal. Check this one last room, and then we'll go talk to Shell. There's literally nothing in it. Alright, Shell time. Well, unless there's something in here to read. There's not.
Ah, you're just in time for a progress report. The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
Like how to use it?
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required, a process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success, and even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
A traveler, you say?
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
Right.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Soralja in its use, thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the Source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
Right, we just want the crystal in it.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
We just want that white crystal. We don't want this weird chalice.
Give me a moment.
Because doesn't it look like, Auracite? I forget if they mentioned that it has properties similar to Auracite. But it looks so much like Auracite. Albeit with a bit of an Ascian vibe to it, or an Unsundered vibe. It looks like the city that Emmett Silk made.
My
Uh-oh.
word.
Ooh.
Ishtola?
Oh, I love the Y'shtola vision shot. That's so good.
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Yes! Yes, that's what I'm saying!
Now that you mention it, the
Amaurot.
ornamentation is reminiscent of Amaurot.
Yeah, it looks so Amaurotine.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
It reminds me of Azem's crystal.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azem. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
My apologies.
Yeah, what's up?
Hello? Yes, this is Cryo speaking.
Sorry, I'll gotta take a phone call in the middle of our revelation.
That was Ojika with a message for us.
I don't remember who that is.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel. and hoped to call
Ah.
upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex.
Back at Baldessian Annex.
Though
Okay.
disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done.
Seriously, Shell MVP.
We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
Oh, I want to look at that
You
shiny.
are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Yeah, you can hold on to it.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Back on the boat. Back on the boat. We're going back to Europe. I mean, Sharlayan. Trail to the heavens, baby. Let's go. Thank you, Shale. Okay, we're just gonna fast travel to the Baldessian Annex. No need to leave the area manually. Yo, what's up? Hello, Ojika Senjika. Welcome back. And what a pleasure it is to see you too, Nona. Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. Of course, I felt it prudent given how troubled Tataru was. Your concern is much appreciated. As it so happens, we'd reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shale and Y'shtola have matters well in hand, leaving us free to make this trip. That's a relief to hear. Now, let me fetch Tataru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you're all still fatigued from your journey. As long as you don't try to serve me a drink. You better not attempt to serve me a drink. If I get served a drink, I'm gonna fucking freak. We don't do that shit.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask.
Welcome back.
Hi, Tataru. It's been an age. It's been an age.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention.
Uh-oh.
Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star. I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures.
Okay, that is urgent. You should have contacted
For
us.
a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void.
So, Garlemald.
Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
Yeah.
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
Oh boy. Or are we cutting away to Alphino and Alize? A short while earlier in Tertium. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
Oh boy, stuff's gonna break bad.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling.
I like Yulis.
Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolal.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Sir!
Uh-oh.
Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
Oh, make me go back to Lapis Manalis.
What?
Clutium Squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection.
Not the clit.
Is that another fisher? Oh, no, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose! Come on!
Quickly, to the clit! Let's go!
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you. I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
Finally, I get to hang out with my boyfriends. To Garlemald. Oh, well, first, thank you to Taru. I've been told Alpha and Alisae have withdrawn to Tertium to request aid on the front lines. They seemed intent on rejoining the battle once reinforcements were ready, but I shall tell them to wait until you arrive. Thanks. Two worlds entwined. And just like that, we find ourselves faced with another emergency. Fortunately, there is yet time for us to make a difference. Let us make haste for Tertium. Okay, you guys can run, but I'll be there shortly. It is kind of funny that they just like run outside and it's like, okay, I'll just teleport, I guess. Urianger! Well met, my friend. Now, let us hearken unto Alphino's words. It's been far too long, Nona. You're damn right it has! Ah, Nona, you've made it in time. I love Thancred's cold weather
Picked a
outfit.
frosty spot for a reunion.
So cute.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all.
It's got a big pauldron.
Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are two focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
Thank God, I don't want to
As
go
well
there.
they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of void scent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
Okay. Let's do it. Did he call it the Clutium? Alright. Get me in there. Give me the freak in there. There is a vendor. And sell my extra stuff. The die consolidation helped me out a bit with inventory space, thankfully. Yes, the glitz. At what point did OBS crash? It hid the like OBS crash thing for me, so I couldn't see it. We're in the Clitium. When did that happen? I didn't have any drop frames or anything. But it also says my session is... Oh, now it's counting up my session. Alright, well... We'll see how much of that I have recorded. Oh, dang, that really sucks. I have no idea how long that has been down.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, right, we have a white mage. I don't have to worry about telegraphs. My goodness. That's a real bummer. Anyway, the MSQ's been good. I have no idea why OBS just crashed and then didn't tell me, and also the window didn't close.
We'll handle things from here. Take care of the Fisher.
Oh, I guess we're not doing those. Okay. Hello? Hello, Eye of the Scorpion. Is that an untelegraphed gaze? Or was it just a raid-wide? I think it was just a raid-wide arena shrink. Okay. Oh, just barely made it. I think this is just an arena. Yep. Motion scanner. Ah, okay. I didn't see the AoE. Okay. We're good. I stayed attack for longer than I needed to, but we're fine. We're chillin'. Okay, we got another petrifying beam. This way. Is it raid wide? Another motion scanner. Okay, we're good. Oh, damn it. It undid my stay attack. Just gotta keep the healer alive. Okay, this way. Doing okay. So raid wide. Pop my thing a bit late. That's fine. We're cruising. Prey Magitech. It's an interesting set name. Okay, this is interesting because it's my favorite Void Scent and my least favorite Void Scent, both at the same time. I hate the Jesters. I think the Ariocs are so cool. Lego. Maybe I actually hate the Archaea Demons more. Or the Trappers. Whatever, yeah, it's the Trappers. The, Spiders. Just because spiders. But the Gestures I hate because they make me feel bad to look at. I'm like, this is a crime against God. The Trappers, I'm like, okay, this is a spider. The Gestures are like, that thing shouldn't exist. Why did Ronald McDonald have a demon baby? Ooh, big pit? An ice slide? Hello, I hate you. Hello, Chort. Find me in the clit with Chort? Okay, that's... I'm assuming I'm over here? Okay. And then a KB. We're good? We're learning? Basic vomit. Okay, that's a cone. Good to know. Body weight exorcism. Really? That's what we're doing? That's what we're calling that attack. Ripples of Gloom. Probably raid wide. Yep. Mortifying Flesh. Okay. Good. And we're good. Okay, get behind. Okay, I do have a monk to worry about with positionals, but we're okay otherwise. Okay, more towers. Get out of here, short. Okay. Okay, this way. Oh, my goodness. That was a chort. That sure was a chort. Oh, hello. I love these. I love the scrap metal gargoyles. That's so good. Because they just inhabit forms, pulling ether from their surroundings, so it's probably a lot easier to just glue a broken robot back together than to reconstitute a whole form. That's so cool. I love these. I desperately want a mount like that. Whee! Through the pneumatic tubes! Okay. Hello? There. Take care of these troubadours and succubi. Oh, gross. Masterful Manipulator Malthus. Got a little bit of like a Valhazak vibe going on with the tails. Like webbing in there. It's cool. Alright. Let's go. I've mapped the clip successfully. This is probably a raid wide. Yeah. Okay. So front half on any cleave.
Take all and serve.
Okay.
Carry out my will.
Are these gonna explode? Yes. And then they become ads? No.
Now for something different.
That could do, yeah, okay. Stack. Gluttonous wire. That's a raid wide. Okay, that clears all the guys.
Time to pull the string.
Puppet pair. Oh. Well, that's fine. And then behind? String up. Okay, but this is a spread, presumably. I think it was just a spread. We're fine. Is it raid wide? Okay. And then I gotta be ready to find good public pair positions. Like here. Oh, they're spinning. Oh, fuck, they're moving around. I probably want to go between the two big ones, right? Yeah. Okay, and then behind. Didn't need to toss that on the healer. Just moving them around. Gonna be between the big ones. As long as there's not any little guys there, we're good. Spreads. Behind. So raid wide. I don't have any raid wide mitts, but we are fine. We're fine. Hi, Tancred and Noriage. I might run this at some point with, let me commend the healer. They're gone. I might run this, with duty support at some point, just so I can run with Thancred. Because we've gotten so little Thancred screen time in all of Dawntrail.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over.
Don't never say that,
I can only
Yillis.
imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
Let's seal the fissure first. You can thank me after that.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Wait! If you do that, I will be trapped here.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate?
All right.
You want to go back? To the Void? Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot yet bear to part with the Void. If only the winds would blow there as they do here. I long to return, to see my home unsullied, as it once was.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the Void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the Void from another world blighted with imbalance.
I forgot that Zero is on the first right now.
I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the Void, I'm sure of it.
His form is imbued with the will of all those I have consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero.
I guess she's in the Void, but like managing that.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
I love how he's so slow now that we're not fighting. He's zipping around before, and now he's just like, okay, I guess I'll go. I'm going. It's happening, I'm going.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh,
Oh, right, there's like a thing between them.
Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
Who's etherizing? Oh, it's Oriange, of course. I was gonna say, who's doing who's doing Thancred's ammo? It's Oriange. That boy's come a long way. All credit to Zero for nudging him in the right direction. With the Clitium's fissure sealed, I dare say the Void-Sent incursion is at an end. Yes, thank you for sealing the fissure in the Clitium. Reports began trickling in. By all accounts, the Ilsabard contingent was successful in containing the threat on their front. The Void sent to attack in such numbers just as we were finding our feet. Can't imagine the consequences had you not provided such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you. Thank you all. Quick arm. A grave presentiment. Presentiment? That's a word I have not seen before.
The Ilsabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being.
Okay, who else can see the time being? Everybody keeps talking about the time being. I don't like not being able to know what it is.
Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald.
The moon!
Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open. A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift. And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry. Let us make for Bestway's Burrow. I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
God, they're gonna be in fucking chaos.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
A number of my fellow Garleans now call Mare Lamentorum home. Alphino, Alize, please see they come to no harm.
We'll be back before you know it.
I forgot that there were Garleans moving to the
word,
moon.
if you will.
I totally forgot that there were Garleans moving to the moon. Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her?
Boots?
Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void. She likes dumplings.
Oh, that's really sweet. I like Eolus. They succeeded at making a sympathetic Garlean. A sympathetic person in the Garlean military, that is. The citizenry is already pretty sympathetic. Okay. Yeah, they're all freaking out. As expected.
We're doomed! Doomed, I say!
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporrits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all! Yes, void scent, and lots of them! They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater!
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the void gate seems to have partially opened. Living Ray dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion, but she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
Uh-oh.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
Let go. Let's go close this void gate. Hello, Ragson. Welcome. Good evening. We got some brands to activate. And void scent to slay. There we go. You're fine. Not quite. Get out of here. I do have to aid them after I finish defeating them all. My valiant savior! I was so frightened I dared not move an elm. Oh, you're looking for Living Way. I think I saw her heading southwest, towards the Drowning Brand. She had several slaughterbots in tow, but I worry they won't be enough for all the void scent. You'd better hurry. Car, activate. Onward. To glory. It's been a while since I've been on the moon. I hope, you know, they said they're gonna revamp a bunch of the field areas. I hope this one is included, because it's a cool looking one. Hi, Living Way. Ugh. Crunchy today.
Oh, I'm saved! I dread to think what would have befallen me if you hadn't intervened! Oh, I was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue.
What's up? Void scent?
Aetherius is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughterbots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally
Oh my
and
God.
the greatest Loporrit to ever live. I can practically taste the praise.
Oh my god. Living way. People are dying.
Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void scent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through. I don't foresee any major problems.
Living way, why would you speak this into existence? Why would you... Yeah.
Oh, nope. We're doomed.
Oh my goodness.
There you are.
Okay, I'll fix it. Please tell me you brought... Okay, you brought Y'shtola, which is good.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard.
I was hoping you would bring my boyfriend Thancred, but...
And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Then
void
the
scent.
real threat yet awaits us.
I'm assuming this is
Golbez's
NUO.
domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring.
Oh right, Golbez is a good guy now. Although he's not actually Golbez. But he's taken up Golbez's name. It's complicated. Oh, it's shiny.
By the 12.
Now this I saw in the 8.0 trailer. Well, I saw them spinning around each other. So, maybe this. Behold the gift of ethos. Ours is a journey without end, conceived and guided by principle. Hold fast to what you must, and meet your fate without fear. Go forth, discover, unite the stars unto one. Let none bar your path. I mean, this is just the text from the Evercold trailer. Okay. 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 We're doing this. Thanks for the heads up, Golbez. People are gonna clip that, Zero. Okay. Well. We're on the 13th moon. Zero show up? Yeah. Oh, I forgot Zero's like a paladin now.
What are you doing here?
Portal. A visit felt long overdue.
Only you could be so carefree amidst all this. May as well make yourself useful.
Damn right. I've been itching for some good old-fashioned
The gate's sheer
combat.
size appears to have made it a tempting target.
There's Enuo.
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 A dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean. They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
I love how much like a villain he sounds. Once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon. Like, this dude still sounds like a supervillain, because he just talks like that.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Easy.
Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach.
Yeah, break out that fucking scythe. Swap out your jobstone. Ooh, red eyes. Yeah.
Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield.
Hell yeah.
Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
It does sound a little bit like Zero's VA is whispering. Maybe the red eyes are just because we're on the Red Moon and everything is red. Yeah, my eyes are a little red too. Hey, Enuo. Let me break this one out. Haven't done this in a bit.
Who dares face me? A mere mortal.
I love the tentacle vibe.
Hast thou come in search of power? Renown?
Mostly murder.
I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
That's fun. And you know what? Historically, I've queued into Trials as DPS and Dungeons as tank. Straight up, we're just gonna run Dark Knight. I am better at tanking, even in Trials, than I am at DPS. So I'm gonna take advantage of that better queue time. Oh, this music is stinky. Oh, I loved it. That's so good. Let's get a better look at this guy. Okay, they've got some like bone jewelry on the waist strap. They've got Doc Ock tentacles. These little sort of like flesh tassels on the pauldrons. That's pretty awful. You do have feet. Oh, with some cute little nail polish. That's fun. It's a fun little fit you have going on here. Yeah, you got kind of a cute fit. I bet the weapons from the Extreme are gonna look really good. This arena is cool too. With the sort of like brambles grabbing onto these like tentacle thorns. It is sort of reminiscent of oh, are we in the... I can't see directly up. But these sigils make me think that we are not on the Red Moon anymore as much as we're in the crater. Although it could be either. Well, the platform is kind of reminiscent of Golbez. The Golbez trial. Although Golbez's was square. Sovereign of the North. Anyway. Sick, let's just fill this one out.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark.
The silken dark. Ooh. Meteor Rain? That sounds like an AoE. Or a, Raid Wipe? Yep, it is. Not Grows. Is that like a... yeah. Sounds about right.
The Void's power
Not
is
wings.
mine to wield.
Okay, he's moving it.
Perish.
Not Grows.
Be still.
Gaze of the Void. Oh, this is interesting. Oh! Interesting. I think I know how to read that mechanic now. Okay. Double tank flare is fine.
Accept your downfall.
Not hunts. Okay, so those are Earthshakers. No. They're tethers. Not hunts, another. Oh boy. I'm dead. Oh, that's fun. That is a fun one. That, in the extreme, is gonna go crazy. Meltdown. Okay, so that's puddles and spreads.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
Just get back second in aggro. Probably explosions at the end of these. Yeah. Called it. Urane, that's the raid wide. Let's put TBN on a healer.
The void comes.
All for naught.
Naught will endure.
Ah, untargetable. Bad time to drop the bottle.
Neither past nor future.
Arena change? Where the fuck are we going? Holy shit. Hero's power is waning.
I breathe the darkness. Let the light guide.
Hell yes. This is very cool already. This is a very fun... I was a bit worried we were just gonna get like a big ol' nasty guy as the boss, but this is fun.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with NOO.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Uh-oh, he's got a hole.
Light, protect us.
It's also kind of fun that with Zero and Golbez,
I will not yield my domain.
We have a Paladin and a Dark Knight. And our little group has a Paladin and a Dark Knight. That's fun. Bing, bang, boom. Not grows. Oh, uh-oh. Right, the knot's in him now.
The void shall never cease to be.
Elm, I guess? Is this a beam?
My power is absolute.
No. Vacuums grow in number. Not grows. Okay, so like this? Ah, okay.
The void's power
We're
is
learning.
mine to wield.
Not wakes is gonna move, shuffle him around. Oh, interesting. It wasn't him that time.
Thus did all boundaries cease.
Dimension Zero.
Behold the truth of this world.
This is a raid line? Yes.
Accept your downfall.
Not hunts. And we're gonna get not hunts another. Okay. Oh, this is a... No, what? I thought I could take that tether for some reason. Not grows. Just get off to the side. Oh, maybe that one time there was a... Both arrows were pointing away from him. Not wakes.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
Vacuum. That's these and they
Be
explode.
still.
And then Gaze of the Void. It's gonna be this. Okay. We didn't take any vulns that time. This is gonna be crazy and extreme. I'm excited. This is puddles and then spreads.
Perish.
Not grows. It's both of them, so we need to be out here. Media Rain is a raid wide. Fine, we're cruising. We can LB3.
Not tempt you.
LB3.
Be still.
Okay, I think this is the correct spot to be. Yep. Flares.
And thus did all boundaries cease to be.
This is very fun. This is a raid wide. Yeah, there's our LB3. Yeah, you're not lasting much longer, my guy. Not grows. Be out here. Bonk. Easy peasy. GG.
They must be sealed away.
Oh, can she just, like, eat him now? Oh, no, she seals him away in the shit. In Memoria. Right, because otherwise it, like, puts... Come in the other tank. It, like, puts his desires into her or something. Can't we, like, get some echo off that or something? Hi, little Nixie. Hello, Mario.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone.
They're gonna clip you so hard, Zero.
I presume you journeyed here to prevent more void scent from passing through the gate.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Yeah, have you noticed any abnormalities? Because there's a lot of tears.
Nothing comes to mind. Why'd you ask?
Because there's a lot of tears.
So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since the Romus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
Yep. Entropy, baby.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
So that's bad.
What of Radzatan and Garlemald?
Gonna be real? Have not checked in on Radzatan. Garlemald's okay.
You took mercy upon the interloper.
Here's your boots, by the way.
Whether Void Sent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Euless as much. Wait. How exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
Nah, I took a shortcut.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
We'll figure it out. It's just gonna take a few patches for us to to figure that out. Now seems an opportune time to give Zero the parcel Euless prepared for her. Hi, I brought you boots. Hello. Something for me? Here you go. Wait, hold on. I want to examine it. Paper parcel full of still warm dumplings packed with care by Euless. Here you go. Sorry if they got squished a little in my pocket. It smells. Food, is it? Right, I forgot you don't eat here. Ah, I recall Euless speaking of the dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel. And the fond memories. There's more than enough to share with Golbez. Now that he forgoes the ether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the sustenance. I sometimes wonder what the Void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more. Whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption. A heartening thought, if nothing else. Sick. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon darkness in some time. In truth, I find light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we return to the Red Moon after sensing Enua's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Enua defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. Sure. Good. I'll wait for you by the crater. They're being really nice to me by not having Golbez say anything unvoiced. Wow. There's my little hole. Zero's domain is the, like, little rundown place by Treno, right? Or not Treno, the dungeon, the Void Sent dungeon. There is a teleport. Of course, as soon as I say it. There is a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. I used it to travel to the surface in days long past. Oh my god, I got interrupted by a yawn. In days long past, though I seldom had need once my generals were in place. Egayorm herself crafted the device that I might lay low the Servant of Light. Ironic that we now use it seeking to restore light to the void. Ah, forgive my idle reminiscences. 'Tis time we made our descent. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. It's so silly to say, yeah, this place. It's so silly to say anything in Golbez's voice. Though it was not always so. Many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the residual ether from Barbaricia's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. I forgot about you! Hello. Right. We had best prepare for our potential guest. Join me in my abode when you're ready. There are many in this domain who still fear me. I shall remain here to avoid needless provocation. Hey, bud.
That must be Golbez. I would gladly consume his ether, if I stood the slightest chance of not being gobbled up first. Oh boy.
Oh, hey, that's fun.
I waited an eternity for Zeromus to save this world, but my faith was misplaced. In the end, it was Zero who brought us hope. She's the reason I keep coming back here day after day.
Neat. Oh my god, it's so big, I don't want to talk to everyone. I bet this is the like, alright, we're gonna give you a chance to G-pose if you forgot to do it here in the last patch. Or the, I guess it in like 6.5. I imagine you remember these. The transmitters we used to receive light from the first. If memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the Crystal Tower. Using the tower's cross-rift travel capabilities, light is then conveyed onto the 13th and into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Okay. Have we not just had these passively going? Like, why is this in your house? I feel like we should have just had these going the whole time. You're gonna need a lot of light. I guess we go through this alley here. Oh, I have to go up the stairs, don't I? So I can't do it this way. Well, I'll talk to this vicious void sent one here.
Well, I appear to have made a complete recovery after the ignominy of starving to death. Maybe my fellow void sent here can be trusted.
I gotta go all the way around. Oh, god dang it. Troya, the Fell Court of Troya. That's what I was thinking of earlier.
No longer will I partake of the ether of other beings, not even if I shrivel and starve.
Okay. Cool. Good for you. Let's do it.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends.
Go gadget transmitter.
They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Isn't it supposed to be coming in to here? Not going out? I don't know. I guess it's going out into the rest of the first. Or the 13th.
Immortal Nullus. I did not expect to see you here.
I got here
I
quicker
am
than you did.
Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
Not gonna lie, I did not think we were gonna get Malthus on our team when I first saw him.
And you shall have mine.
It would seem Ulysses' intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. You'll not be able to freely return to Zero's domain. Have you taken your G poses this time? Then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell.
Would you deliver a message to Ulysses for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
Right, because it's essentially concentrated darkness, right? Is that how Memoria works?
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us.
Be careful what you wish for. The walls are breaking.
Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
On the Red Moon, everyone looks high. I can't hold it in anymore. Everyone looks like they're high because the eyes just turn red. The Limble Ring in the aura helps a little bit. Yeah, what does this look like to you when I do that? Do I just, like, walk into nothing?
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
I'm sorry, did somebody say she's not in Mare Lamentorum? I am back.
Wait. Is that...
Hi everyone. Sorry I didn't tell you I was leaving. I didn't know I was leaving until it happened.
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
You fixed the voice hint? It's all good? I fixed it on my end. You guys fixed it on your end?
Shortly after you vanished, the Void Scent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either.
Oh, Zero says hi, also.
Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
13th is already the closest of the reflections.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
Hey, girly pop.
And who might you be? Not her void scent, I'd wager.
Greetings. I am Helmerut of the Asians.
It's so funny.
We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
It's so funny to just go like, hi, flash your evil sigil. I just want to talk. Are you literally gonna put a fucking flower in his gun? That's so funny.
I wish only to talk.
She's like, she's like Swedish? Or Finnish, maybe? Is her accent? Alright, we'll give it a go. But only because you're cute.
Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Oopsie.
Yes, that is correct.
Oopsie. Sorry, that was me. There he is. What's up, Dorcas? Calyx, say hello to the nice adventurer.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Calyx.
So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Halmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients.
Right.
As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia.
I love this hologram. That's so cool.
And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards.
Okay. So here's the question. The ultimate question is, if we do this, are we not just doing what the Ascians wanted? Because they just wanted to do rejoinings, right? And so now it's like, okay, the worlds are like fusing together back into one, a la rejoinings.
Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole, and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth.
So it's worse.
Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Right, we're getting a total reset.
Supposing for a moment we believe you. How can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased.
So what we need to do is build supporting structures between the shards.
I cherish man's journey.
We need to build load-bearing bridges between the reflections. Right?
Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Winterers.
Even if everything you claim is true?
Obviously, we've heard that before. I'm just trying to connect why they would choose that name. Right? Because, like, obviously we're saying, like, we're coming towards a period of natural collapse, right? Which I guess you could make an analogy to winter in that say. And these are people who are willing to kill and forsake other worlds in order to make sure that they and theirs survive that winter.
What you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable!
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one.
Which is obviously not ideal for any of us.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
Don't.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Okay. I was like, you cannot fucking make Xenos show up at this moment.
Wait!
Well, that was a lot. What do you have to say, Thancred? Trust the Ascians to be plotting something utterly reprehensible. Riange? The Ascians once labored to resurrect Zodiac and bring back those who rendered up their lives to summon him. For the sake of those who now live, we fought tirelessly to oppose them. If Halmerit doth truly seek a rejoining to avert this solstice, to ensure some survive when otherwise all would perish, our interests are not so disparate. Yeah, fair.
There you are! One moment you were standing before me, and the next you'd vanished into thin air. Thanks to you all, the void scent have been eradicated, and the gate lies sealed once more. There's been nary a peep from the crater. But though I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong?
Yeah, everyone's gonna die. We're heading towards a nuclear winter.
The star seeks to become whole. But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Heidelin made no mention of a natural rejoining. I want to consult the records to be certain. But not before thanking you for dispatching the void sense so handily. You well and truly saved the day.
Thanks. Alright, Alpha now. The implications of the solstice and the winter as schemes, as well as our approach moving forward, will take time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. And by we, I mean all our fellow scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tataru and the others would be happy to meet us there. A fine idea. In many ways, our return is long overdue. Damn right. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections. Someone's got their little meaty on. To settle, then, to the Rising Stones. Their little meaty on minion. I did not want... I wanted to teleport? To Revenant Stole. It's been fucking ages since I've been anywhere in Mordona. My goodness. Hi, Alphino. Now anything has changed since we last gathered here. No doubt Tataru is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Speaking of whom, she and a great many of our comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a while longer. This is the first, like, official re-meeting of the Scions since we disbanded. Since we officially disbanded.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here.
Damn right, Urianger.
Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only. Thereafter, we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
I miss you too, buddy. Oh, Flamine.
Apologies for our delay.
Yeah, Hoary Boulder. I was wondering if you would show up. There's Flamine.
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with. But we're working on it.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Under all the expensive shit he bought.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
I'm here. I've been in the bathroom.
Now, as much as I'd like to savour our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments.
Yeah.
Will you apprise us of the details?
Yeah, so, we're fucked. basically. That's pretty much it. "'Tis true, we're fucked."
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Voidsent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Load-bearing bridges.
Both the source and the reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could.
Listen, if we, can you see my cursor? I don't think so. How about now? Okay. So here's my thought. If the source is here, and the reflections are sort of arranged in like a circle pattern, which is how we usually see them visualized, we build a bridge between each adjacent reflection to hold them apart. And then what we do is we build some central bridges to create a sort of network, like a load-bearing network. And, you know, you think a circle's not a very structurally sound shape, but if we divide it with these bridges, all of a sudden, take a look what you got. Now you've got triangles. And triangles are the strongest shape. I know one thing. So we just need to build some load-bearing bridges to make a big interdimensional shape. And then we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And everyone who's struggling right now, we can employ them as interdimensional bridge maintenance crews. And that would be a great thing for people who've been displaced by calamities to do. I mean, it solves itself, guys.
But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation...
No, it ushers in infrastructure. An infrastructural revolution, Alize.
Then what can we possibly do?
Bridges.
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar.
Welcome, Wumbles. I'm just saying, we could make a sort of shape. We could make a sort of interdimensional shape, and it would fix every problem. And there would be no problems whatsoever that it would create.
So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
And if Halmarut is saying that it was a prophecy she had foretold, or an inevitability she had foretold since time immemorial, she has to be referring to her ancient self, right? Because she's a Sundered Ascian. But if she is now privy to the knowledge of her other lives. So if she's saying she knew of it, that would have been when she was on the convocation. So, in theory, Venat would have been appraised of this. Well, she wasn't a convocation member at the time. Because she was the previous Azam. But it's possible she would have been aware of it. There's not really a way to know. I think she knew. I think she knew. Because she tested us. She tested me before she bounced.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Because she refused to make the choice. She was holding things together until it was time that we were strong enough to make the choice, right? With Endwalker and, I believe, now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Because the Zodiac crew wanted to make the choice. But the Hydaelyn crew was like, no, we're going to keep stuff together until those affected would be able to make the choice for themselves.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
We can have food for thought, but no drinks. No drinks for thought. If anyone pours me a drink, I'm going to freak out. I refuse.
Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
I get to talk to everybody. This is my favorite kind of quest. Hi, Hoary Boulder. Coltonet and I had remained in Corvus to monitor the situation among the Garleans and the Corvosi. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled, and we were able to return. I understand the Garlean community has made great strides in improving relations with other peoples. Hearing that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issues in Corvus. Then, perhaps you'd like to hear more about the Garleans' accomplishments from me and the twins. Might stoke that fire even hotter. 'Twas by no means an easy decision, but as the solstice is now our paramount concern, Leslie and I have opted to formally withdraw from our efforts in Garlemald. After all, anything we can do to protect our world will also serve to keep the Garleans safe. Yulis and his comrades are already working towards a brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead. But hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed. In the meantime, let us prepare a letter for Yulis and the community. We must let despair stay our hand. Hi, my boyfriend Thancred. After Urianger and I went off on our own, we decided to spend some time exploring Shak Tural. We never had the chance to visit during the Rite of Succession, you see. We journeyed east through Loznita, before heading up the coast to the frigid northern reaches, where they revere a storied beast of the sea. The excursion only served to reinforce just how diverse Tural really is. We also met with the Wallaki. Though we had not the time to study their arts at length, we were privy to several intriguing demonstrations. Urianger Blue Mage Arc? Would that we could have indulged our curiosity further, and travelled to yet more distant lands. For better or worse, pragmatism tempered our wanderlust. Suffice it to say, we still have plenty to see of the continent. I should very much like to return, given the chance. Judging by your guise, Clemence, your studies must have been productive. Indeed. I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Shalian astrology. At one point I considered exploring other healing arts, but decided to persevere with more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think I'd be much use on a battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target. So sorely bereft of brotherly ministrations as I am. I knew you still required constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. Makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. Hello, Ochre Boulder. I don't remember you as a character.
Aenor and I were training in Gridania when Voidsent attacked the Twelveswood. Thankfully, we were able to fend him off with the help of the Twin Adders. When I heard the invasion had already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other Scions.
That's why Tataru was so quickly apprised. Thanks to you, we were able to make haste for Garlemald. While circumstance and duty may keep us apart, we remain bound by common purpose.
Indeed. May that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again.
My default Rugadin voice is just pirate. It seems everyone has much and more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're overdue for a proper break. The peace and quiet will help you, I think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite. Is this going to be the... where we get left off for 7.5? Until we hit 7.56? Hi, the moon! Okay, it is our moon. I was wondering if maybe we were going to hit a reflection cutscene.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
God, do we really have to think about Xenos?
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential. You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure.
Somebody get this guy out of here!
Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
Why tell me where you're going?
I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world, fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
Fucking hate this 12-year-old. Oh my god. He has neglected to consider the eventuality in which my plan works, actually. He's under the assumption that I don't know about bridges, and that triangles are strong shapes. Shattered stars are doomed to mend. How turns the key to winter's end? Trail of the heavens, baby. Oh, that was good. That was good. I really like the stuff they set up there. That's fun. Oh, man. Oh, and we're gonna go to the 4th next expansion. Oh, I'm excited to see in September what 7.56 is like. Let's see, let me make sure there's not anything else I can do. 7.5 patch notes. Like what's coming in specifically 7.0? Cosmic Exploration to Solja, the Ultimate are on 7.51. Cult Crescent, Hildebrand's in 5.5. Allied Society's in 5.5. Further MSQ and Beastmaster are 7.56. So what's happening in specifically playable content? Do we have Echoes of Vanadil yet? Or is that... what is in patch 7.5? Okay, I think we do have Echoes of Vanadil. I gotta pee so bad, and also I have to run errands later. It's like 6 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna do Echoes of Vanadil. We'll do it Friday. We'll call it Friday. I will do the new raid. And if I have extra time, maybe I'll do something else also. But I don't think I can keep going right now. I'm gonna see what I can stitch together, because we had the weird OBS crash earlier. Hopefully I have enough recorded that I can get the VOD uploaded successfully. but we'll see. There might be a break, but I definitely have recorded at the very least the start of the new dungeon until the end. Stuff before the new dungeon, I don't know what got recorded because OBS crashed and it didn't tell me until I started the dungeon. So, I will see you all Friday. We'll do raid in the morning, and then after that we'll jump in and we'll do the new Alliance raid, which is going to be very cool. I'm excited for Shantoto to laugh at me. Is there anyone for us to raid? Let's see. No one from the chunky... Oh, I could raid into Lilyrose doing Yu-Gi-Oh! That'd be fun. That's a friend of a friend of mine. Is there anyone live? We'll raid into Lilyrose. I think it's 3 X's. Let me just double check. Yes. All right. I will see you all on Friday. Goodbye, everyone. Peace.